Hi everyone! We are going to talk about some of the changes that have been made to the AP Chemistry test. I don't want you to be nervous. Here's the truth of the matter. Chemistry is chemistry. No matter how the test has changed, it's still going to be chemistry, so you're going to be fine. And actually, you are way ahead of where a lot of students are around the nation. So let me show you what we have going on here. The test now is only 45 minutes. We've been gearing up for a test that would be 105 minutes. It's usually 60 minutes, actually more than that. It's usually 60 minutes for multiple choice and 105 for FRQ. And now everything said and done is only 45 minutes. There will be no multiple choice, only FRQ. So 45 minutes for FRQ, and it's usually 105 minutes for FRQ. There are usually 7 FRQs. They haven't released yet how many FRQs there will be. I have a guess of what they're going to do, but they will make an announcement on April 3rd. And as soon as I find anything out, I'll let you know on what the FRQs are going to look like maybe one long, two short, something like that. It's going to be at home. The test will be at home, and they've published that you can use any platform. You can use an iPhone, or you can use any phone, a cell phone. You can use some sort of device, a tablet, like an iPad. You could use a desktop, and they will also allow students to write and then take pictures and upload. So you don't have to worry about the device, and if you need a device, then we'll work something out with the school. They told us that they're going to have 2 dates when you can take the test. They've polled 18,000 students, and many students said that they'd like to take the test sooner than later so that they don't lose what they've learned, so that they retain what they've learned. So they're going to give 2 dates, and that they should be telling us again on April 3rd. So more information to come on April 3rd. So here on April 3rd, as soon as I hear anything, I'll forward it to you and I'll send you an email. Now, what I want you to know for us is that you have homework that I've given you that will put us through April 24th. Now, I'm sure you've heard that school, right now, we won't even consider going back to school as a big group until May 1st. So we'll just see what happens. We'll see what dates we have available right here. And if I need to get you more information, more practice tests, then we will. Now, up through April 24th, you're going to do a total of 5 practice tests, which will be awesome. You'll be very, very prepared for the actual test. Now, how they've changed the test for content. There are 9 units that they publish in AP Chemistry, and they're only going to test on units 1 through 7. They're taking out units 8 and 9 because many teachers around the nation haven't gotten to units 8 and 9. Wait until you hear what they are. They are removing acid bases, electrochemistry, and delta S and delta G. So entropy and free energy. Everything that we've done for the last 2 months, there are some classes that haven't even begun doing any of those. Now, there is a disclaimer on this. They're saying that they're removing units 8 and 9, but embedded in one of the units is a foundation and an introduction to acid base with basic titration, oxidation numbers, balancing the redox reactions, and they are keeping thermodynamics. They are keeping the delta H. They're just not doing delta S and delta G. So even though they're taking out those 2 units, you guys are so far ahead because you've gone in depth on those. There still is a possibility that they could ask foundational questions about those items, with the exception of delta S and delta G. There won't be any of those at all, but there will be some basic understanding of acid-base reactions, some titration, and it's only going to be finding volume or concentration from titration. There's no 3 steps. You don't have to worry about doing like buffers, Henderson-Hasselbalch, anything like that. And then electrochemistry, it's simply going to be balancing redox reactions, identifying oxidation numbers. So you guys are at a really good spot. Now, what you and I are going to do. Tuesday, you took the Chapter 20 test. I wanted you to finish that test so that you can really shore up your understanding on electrochemistry. AP Chemistry is not just for the test, it's also to prepare you for college. So I wanted you to finish that test so that we finished electrochemistry. And then you're going to do the 3rd term final. So once we have all that done, here's our April plan, okay? In April, you're still going to do the 5 to 5, those 5 steps to 5, the big book that you checked out, and everything that you need is on Canvas. You're going to need to look at Canvas at least every other day. So you're going to have the 5 steps to a 5, and what I'll do is on Canvas, I'll tell you what questions not to do. If there are any questions that fall in those units 8 and 9 that AP has removed, we're not going to waste any time reviewing those. You've learned them, you can use them in life, you can use them in college, but we're not going to review them for the AP test. So we'll do this 5 steps to a 5, and I'll just tell you which questions to take out. We're also going to use that 5 steps to a 5. In fact, let me grab that for you. Here's the book right here. There we go. You're going to use this for your review. Now, this book, one thing that I love about it is at the back of every chapter, it says common mistakes to avoid. Common mistakes to avoid. So I want you to look through this, all right? I want you to look through the review that they give you, especially pay attention to common mistakes to avoid. And then they'll have their questions for you. At the very, very end of the chapter, sorry you guys, should have had that flagged. It gives a rapid review. It's everything for that particular unit, just boom, 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 what you should know. So you'll like this. This will be a good review for you. We'll also be doing those practice tests, these 5 practice tests. On Canvas, I'll tell you which questions not to do. I will still have you post the number that you get correct, but you won't be doing any questions that are part of those units 8 and 9. I'm also posting on Canvas some videos, recommended videos, and because there's so many, I'm actually giving most of them as playlists. So look at the playlist and pick the videos that you think you need a review on. If you have time, I think they'd be really, really useful. For example, in one of the units, I think it might be the chapter 7 that you're doing in this book. In that particular unit, it talks about basic titration. So I pulled individual videos for you to watch on basic titration, just finding concentration and volume like we did when we were in the lab. Last thing, we're going to do meetings. Look at Canvas every day that you and I should be meeting on A day at 10 o'clock. I'm going to do a meeting with you. Right now, I'm planning on doing Zoom. I'm kind of playing with it. I might do Google Meets. Either way, I'll have all the instructions. If you want, we could meet together at 10 o'clock, and I'm going to give you like a 40-minute review session for the chapter or chapters that we're reviewing for that day in this book. So in a nutshell, we are going to do these practice tests. We're going to use the 5 steps to a 5 to review, do the homework inside of that. I am pulling out any questions that are no longer on the test. You have videos that you can watch, and we will have conference calls that we can do together that will do review sessions, and that will all happen in April. So yes, the test has changed. We'll have more information after April 3rd. I'll get you the rest of the details, but for now, you kind of know where we're at, and you should feel really, really good because you are way ahead of the curve. You're going to be so prepared. The key is don't give up, be consistent, keep working, and you're going to do great on the test. If you have any questions or concerns, shoot me an email or a text. I'm happy to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. Know that I care about you and I miss you. I'm thinking about you and praying for you. Thanks so much, you guys. Take care. I'll see you video chat in the beginning of April. Thanks. Bye.